I've not vlogged, well, at least for the last 9 days. The last vlog I put up, I was kind of pondering about getting another bike, and I still am, but my garage had 20 years of clutter in it, and I could just about squeeze the little Harley in around the back, sideways on, you know. You couldn't kind of drive straight in, so I had that mountain of clutter to sort out first, really, because there's no point getting another bike if I haven't got any space to put it. Because probably like a lot of people, my insurance only really covers the bike overnight if it's locked up and secure. If it's left outside, then, you know, they probably wouldn't cough up for if it got nicked or anything, you know. Oh, I've got to go this way, because they've just resurfaced the road down there, and it's full of like loose chippings. And loose chippings on a bike, well, can be fun if that's what you're trying to do. It's not really what I want to do this evening. Anyway, for the last 9 days I've been trying to sort out the garage. Had to declutter it, and that's really a process that's quite time consuming, because you have to go through everything that's in there, all the stuff that's in there, and identify if it has a use value or not. And if it doesn't, then you've got to get rid of it. And you know, then there's you know, does it go to charity, or do you take it up the tip, or what? You know, how do you process what you decide to dispose of? I mean, I had a 3-piece suite in there, an old one. It had a single broken strap on the bottom, and none of the charities around here would take it, really, because they haven't got anybody that could do a simple repair. So then, where I live, you've got to get onto the council then and pay them, I don't know, 40 or 50 quid, come and take it away. And they did on the day they said they would and everything, so. But still, I had to get deep enough through the clutter to get to it, to get it out. Now, I should have taken a photo, really, of the before and after, but it's one of them, really, isn't it, that you know, kind of thinking, shall I get another bike as well or not, and where am I going to put it? And I just got started, you know. So really, if I've got the space, then I'm clearer in my own mind to make a decision on that. I can't really, while I've got nowhere to put him, you know. So oh, it looks like we're going off up this way. So then I'll show you some pictures that I took of where I've got to on the garage after 9 days, but it is quite a big, well, it was quite a big task, let's put it that way. And So yeah, what I'll do is because I'm not a very organised person really, so I work better if I've got a process to work to, and the process I used is one I've used before and it works for me. And so if you've got an area you need to declutter and then sort out afterwards, I'll put them in the description, the steps that I follow. I mean, it's pretty straightforward stuff really, and common sense, but you know, it's an idiot guide for me really, but you might find it useful if you've got a similar project on. Now, we're doing the garage, of course. I had to decide whether I was going to paint it or not, and sort out the electrics in there, because it's got 2 pull switches for the light and one of them was jammed, so I swapped that. And then when I put a new light fitting up, a bit of a faff about with the wiring, because it's wired for 2 pull switches with a common feed. So when I first connected it all up, the light was on permanently, so I had to bell it all out, find out how they'd done it, and anyway, it's all working now. And then the other thing that they'd done is the way they'd wired it, they used single core, and that really was applying quite a bit of downward pressure on the light fitting. And the light fitting itself connects to different points than the ceiling rows that they'd used. So and unlike that, which was where they're screwing into one of the joists, so that provides enough upward pressure to push those wires back. Just in the plasterboard on the ceiling, it just pushes the fixings out when you try and tighten it up, so I had to fit battens to space it and provide adequate strain relief. So it was a bit of a faff, but that's all done and working now. What else was there? Yeah, the ceiling had shrunk. Well, I think it had shrunk. There was like a half-inch gap all the way around it where they plastered it, so I had to fill that with polyfiller before I painted it. I'm yapping away here. I have no idea where I'm going really, but just out for a ride really, for a break, because I've been on at this job now for 9 days, all of my time really. And it's one of them that you just keep putting off, and in the end I thought, oh bugger it, I'll do it anyway. I've got, as you'll see from the pictures I put in, I've got space now for another, well, a couple of other bikes if I want them, but I've still got some stuff left to sort, because that's the other thing. I had to clear everything out to paint it, and those breeze blocks are a nightmare to paint. I wondered if I was going to live long enough to finish it really. You know, painting isn't my favourite job anyway, but they just drink paint, the breeze blocks. And some of the sunniest days of the year, and you're stuck in there painting, you know. I'm thinking, when's this going to come to an end? Anyway, I got it. It's not all finished yet, but it's making progress anyway. They're doing a bit of building up here, are they? Yeah, it's I built a workbench today. during my decluttering phase, I came across a piece of like the kitchen worktop wood chipboard, whatever it is, and I must have bought that at some time, thinking, oh, I'll do a workbench, you know, for the garage, and then never got round to it, you know. Just ended up in there. So I made that today, and I was quite pleased with that. I mean, I could put my vice on it. Which must weigh nearly £100, that thing. It's bloody heavy, it's a big one. And I can start to just put back in what should be in there, really, and try and sort of organise as I go. I mean, I suppose, I don't know whether it's half done or whatever, but certainly moved it on from where it was and turned it into a functional area where I can do things in there if I need to, rather than just, you know, storage for a lot of stuff you never use. So it's took a while, and I can't say that it's been fun, because painting's one of my worst hates. I did the floor with some of that Ron Seal Artist Nails garage floor paint, and I mean, I don't know really whether it'll take or not. I mean, I considered the rubber matting as well, but I'll see. I mean, the first day when I did half of it, I put the bike in overnight, even though I'd left it quite a few hours to dry, the bike still chewed a piece out with the front tyre, although it was alright last night. And I had enough paint left to repair that bit, but it's a 2.5 litre tin just about did my garage floor, and I mean just. So I might have to get another tin and give it another go, but I'm trying not to be too OCDC about it, you know, or whatever it is. And, you know, sort of settle for 90% instead of 100 all the time, because that extra 10%, particularly when you're painting breeze blocks, it's really you know, beyond the call of duty to a point, really. So I'll try not to be too over the top. Well, I was quite pleased with the workbench anyway. I did finally get to use that piece of kitchen worktop that God knows how old that is. At least it's going to do a useful job from now on. And I've got, you know, I've got shelving to do and stuff, yeah, and a few other things, but it's on the way now. So whatever else I do is up to me, really. You know, it's kind of, it's more functional now than it was, let's put it that way, for the intended. I can't believe how much space I've got to put my bike in. You know, having squeezed it in, like, since I've had it, and now it's like she's got oceans of space. The other bike I'm thinking of getting, as I said last time, I've already had a test ride on it. It's a little dual sport, and it's a nice little bike, and it's so different to this, and I love this, you know. But the other one is also fun to ride in its own way, and well, it offers me a number of qualities like all weather use and that sort of thing that I'm not really getting from the Harley at the moment, because I don't take her out in the rain, you know. But only because I don't want to ruin her, you know. But also that'd give me access all areas, you know, off-road and all that, which I mean, that's how I learned to ride in my mate's farm fields. So I haven't been doing any dirt tracking like for, well, donkey's years really. Oh, that was the other thing as well. When I was lost in painting these awful breeze blocks for days on end, I started thinking about old songs, you know, and I thought of, because it was sunny, I thought of Scott McKenzie and If You're Going to San Francisco. And well, I'm not, but it takes me back to 1967. I remember the record coming out, and I was a kid on holiday in Great Yarmouth, and it was sunny. Anyway, I looked him up after, and well, it wasn't, that wasn't his real name. It was what you call a stage name, you know. So for like 50 years I've thought, every time I hear that song, I've thought, oh, Scott McKenzie, you know. And that's not even, it's Philip somebody or other. But, and he changed his name because of quick name recognition in America, really, because he was an American, you know. And then, you know, but there you go. 50 years of living under an illusion sold to me by the record industry. And if you'd have answered that question in a pop quiz with Scott McKenzie, you know, down the pub, I'm pretty sure they'd have actually give it you, even though it was only his stage name. Ooh. Anyway, YouTube, just a quick update. That was, and like I say, I'll leave the organisation rules that I've followed in the description below, and you know, if you find them useful, fine. If you don't, you know, fine. But what I tend to find with things like the garage thing is, you know, it takes as long as it takes, really. You just got to attack it and keep going. But having a method or a process to work to helps. I mean, I normally have one of them black bags and a dustpan and brush, and everything that can go straight in the bin goes straight in the bin. And it helps you, you know, because you're cleaning the place up as you go, and then you sort it into different piles, you know, what's going, what's staying, and that gives you a better idea of what you got. I mean, I found another foot pump as well, a twin cylinder one, and I've not long bought another one, so I didn't even know I had it. So that's the other thing, if your stuff isn't like dead organised, you don't know what you've got half the time. You know, and you end up buying it again, you know, which is daft, really. So there you go. I mean, I probably didn't do it before, one, because I couldn't be bothered, and two, because I was too busy with work, and well, now I'm retired, it doesn't really matter, does it? I can ponder about and do what I want. Anyway, YouTube, I've yapped on for a bit there, so it'll probably be too long for a single vlog, but I'll just stick it up anyway, probably. But cheers, bye for now. I'll leave it running a bit in case anything happens, really. It's like Graham said, there's no point having a camera stuck on your helmet and not using it, is there? You know. I mean, that's why I got the bloody prism in the first place. That's lovely out. Yeah. Right. Yeah.